Hey everyone, welcome to the Breakthrough Entrepreneurs Show, where we empower entrepreneurs to build good habits, break old habits, rebuild powerful routines, improve performance, overcome burnout, and create a more healthier, more focused daily entrepreneurial life while making consistent progress in building their business. I'm your host, Muhammad Faraj, and today our topic is design your entrepreneurial lifestyle. You see, so many of us as entrepreneurs, when we start our entrepreneurship journey, we don't realize how designing our entrepreneurial lifestyle is super powerful because so many of us we work randomly, we act randomly, we live our daily entrepreneurial life randomly. That's why we get random results. That's why we don't move forward. That's why we don't see the results or the outcome that we always wish. That's why it's so easy to get burnout and feel tired, exhausted, because you haven't designed your entrepreneurial lifestyle yet. You haven't used your calendar. You haven't scheduled your activities, your work, your entertainment activities. You're relaxing, you're resting. So it's so easy to lose work life balance. It's so easy to feel burnout. It's so easy to get tired, exhausted, drained. And it's so easy to do so much work but not move forward. So that's why I want to talk about this topic in this episode. And I'm going to share some tips that I learned from my own personal experience. And this is one of the mistakes that I made before, but I learned a lesson. I learned a powerful lesson from this topic. So I think as entrepreneurs, it's super important that we design our entrepreneurial lifestyle, because if we don't design our lifestyle, we will live a random entrepreneurial life. We're not moving forward, we're not getting the results, we're not making sure that we are getting the work done, and we're not protecting our focus, our productivity, we're not improving our health, we're not getting better, we're not moving forward, we're not making progress. It's mostly because when you act blindly, when you live your entrepreneurial life blindly, and you will get negative results. You would notice that every season, every year, your life is the same. You're not getting the things that you want to get done. You're not moving forward. You feel like you're stuck in your entrepreneurship journey. And so many of us, we complain, we blame, we look at our entrepreneurship journey from a negative perspective, and we feel disappointed about our results. So, my best advice for every entrepreneur is to design your entrepreneurial lifestyle, because if you design your entrepreneurial lifestyle, you will enjoy so much your entrepreneurship journey without feeling disappointed or negative or self-doubts. It makes you feel so happy when you have designed your entrepreneurial life based on your family, based on your work, based on your activities, based on your health, based on the activities that you need to implement every day in your entrepreneurial life. So, one of the benefits of designing your entrepreneurial life is that you make sure that you get work done, important things done, and you are making progress. You're getting the most important things done during the week, and you are enjoying your health, you are enjoying doing the work, you're enjoying completing important tasks, projects that are important for your goals, for your future. At the same time, you're spending good quality time with your family, with your friends, with the people that you love, that you care about in your life. So many of us, we struggle with our relationships. We don't want to go out and visit our friends. We don't want to go to the church. We don't want to attend activities, events that that we can enjoy so much. Uh, it's mostly because we haven't designed our entrepreneurial life. That's why so many of us, we feel stuck in our daily entrepreneurial life. We just do the work. We just make sure that we are doing the work, and we feel worried. It feels like you're getting an anxiety when you are saying yes to someone or when you are leaving your work. So when you design your entrepreneurial lifestyle, you can enjoy the entrepreneurship journey. You can have fun. You can still feel happy. You can enjoy being an entrepreneur, enjoy making progress. You're enjoying the work that you are doing. So your life becomes more enjoyable experience than just feeling stuck or lonely, isolated, and just do the work. So entrepreneurship journey shouldn't be just doing the work. You shouldn't feel isolated, lonely, or depressed or boring, living boring days. No, you should enjoy, you should have fun, you should feel happy, you should still feel healthy, even though you have so much work to do, even if you have goals, even if you have dreams. So just because you're enjoying your life, going out, meeting up with friends, attending activities, it doesn't mean that your dreams will not be true. It doesn't mean that you will not be able to accomplish your goals. That's false. Because I know so many entrepreneurs, they watch TV, they spend time with their families, they go out, attend sport events, they enjoy their life, and even though they are rich, they are wealthy, they are making progress, even though they have accomplished their big goals, they still watch TV, they still go out and meet up with their friends, they still spend good quality time with their families. So just because you go out, just because you spend time with your family, just because you rest, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you're losing. It doesn't mean that you're failing or that you won't be able to accomplish your goals. So this is the mistake that I made. You see, 1 year I was constantly distracted. I was saying yes to so many people that I should have said no. I was escaping from home, from doing the work. I was skipping hard work. I was delaying so much work. I wasn't disciplined. I wasn't laser focused. I wasn't productive. I was constantly distracted. And I would go out so often during the week and visit friends or say yes to some of my friends. And I would constantly be away from my work from home for hours, sometimes a whole day. Sometimes I would sleep over in other people's house. So I lost a year and I felt stuck. I felt disappointed. I didn't like it. I was so negative. I felt stagnation. I was so angry, frustrated at myself. So this happened because I didn't design my entrepreneurial lifestyle. I was doing things that I didn't know why the hell I was doing. So I wasn't focused. I was doing the work. Sometimes I was lying to myself. Sometimes I would tell people I have goals, I have dreams, this is what I'm working on, this is what I want to accomplish, but I wasn't acting. I wasn't doing the work. It felt like I was lying to them. I had so much projects, so much tasks, they were stacked because I kept saying yes, because I didn't say no, because I accepted other people's agenda, their activities, their urgencies, but I didn't accept my life, my work, my future. So I learned so much from this mistake. I learned that if we are able to design our lifestyle, we can still do work, move forward, make progress, break through in our entrepreneurship journey, overcome burnout, and maintain a work-life balance. Only if we design our entrepreneurial lifestyle and we design it based on our work, based on our family, based on our activities, based on our energy. So what I did is, after failing for 1 year, the next year I became aware of this area in my entrepreneurial life. I said, I'm gonna work on this area. I'm gonna make sure that I don't repeat the same year or I don't feel stuck. or I don't feel stagnation. So what I did is I started to design my life entrepreneurial style. So I started to work hard, like real hard, and I started to make sure that I protect my time, I protect my energy, I protect my focus, my productivity throughout the week. So every day I wake up 5:30 or 6 o'clock, I hit the gym, I do my morning routine, I come back home, I do the work. I don't let negative thoughts, emotions distract me, although sometimes they do, but I do my best. I practice a lot to avoid them. So I come back home every day after my morning routine. I do my meditation, I do my cold launch, I do my reflection, journaling. I make sure I do the work. I'm laser focused, I'm productive, I'm present when I'm sitting in my workplace. I'm not focusing on any other things. And I keep away as best I can all kinds of distractions. I don't have active social media, any social media account active on my devices. I keep my mobile phone away from my environment. I put it in another environment, in another room with a silent. I don't want to have it. I don't want to see my mobile phone. I don't care who calls me. I don't care who sends me message. I don't care about any SMS, any notifications, any other people's agenda. Nothing is important than my focus. No one is more important than my focus, my work, my future, my goals. So I started to do that. I designed a lifestyle that I told myself during the week, during the 5 to 6 days in the week, I consider these are like work weeks. These days are like a war for me. I'm working hard. I'm doing the work. I'm reflecting. I'm aware of my habits. I'm making sure that I'm protecting my time, my energy, my focus, my productivity. I don't let anything prevent me. I am sitting in my workplace. I am doing the work. I'm producing a real work. And I make sure that I make progress. I make sure that I scratch tasks on my to-do list. I make sure that before going to bed, I have to get 4 to 5 tasks every day done before going to bed. Every time someone tries to call me, I always become aware. I remind myself that phone call is not important than the task in my to-do list. So I make sure that I avoid it. I will call later. I will call you during the weekend. I'm busy. I can't. I have so much to do. So I make sure I get work done. Sometimes even when my brain hurts, even when I get pain, I make sure that I do the work because I've made so many mistakes. I've learned from them and I've had them enough. I don't want to live the same year. I don't want to have the same life. I don't want to see the same outcome, the same results. I want to change. I want to improve. I want to get better. I want to live a successful, progress, entrepreneurial lifestyle. So I make sure that I laser focus on those tasks on my to-do list. I work as hard as I can and I'm making sure that I'm getting things done. I'm present with my work. So every day I go to bed feeling happy, feeling grateful, feeling progressed, and I feel so excited for the next day. Every time I make progress, it gives me enjoyable feeling. I enjoy the experience. I feel confident. I feel happy. I feel proud of myself. When I look at myself on the mirror, I look at a man. I look at a real man. I look at someone who's reliable. I look at someone who's a leader. I look at someone who's extraordinary. I look at someone who's progressed. I looked at someone who's successful. So that's how I want to feel. That's how I want to experience. This is how I want to live my entrepreneurial daily life. So I've designed my entrepreneurial lifestyle. So I make sure that I work hard and either on Saturday or on Sunday, I take day off. I make sure that I rest, I relax, I recover, I listen to my body because I want to overcome burnout, because I don't want to feel sluggish, tired, exhausted, depleted, drained, and that way I can't show up to my work, to my business, to my future, to my goals, to my dreams on the next week or on Monday. So I make sure I take it easy. I take a break on Sunday. And this is where I help others, serve others, or going to the church, or do any activity, or call a family member, or chat with someone, or call a friend. So every time someone needs my help, every time someone wants to contact me or tries to call me, I always tell them I'm busy during the week. I'm not available during the week. Just like those modern real world apps. Like when, for example, sometimes you log in into an app and you see the member or the friend on social media, whether they are online or offline, or you see them whether they're available or unavailable. You see, this is how I want to be in my daily entrepreneurial life, just like those apps. I'm not available during the week. I'm only available during the weekend. If you want to call me, if you want to get in touch with me, if you want to visit me, if you want to talk to me, if you want to have interview with me, if you want to chat with me. So this is where you find me during the weekend. During the week, I'm not available. I'm pretty busy. I'm working hard. I try my best to protect my time, my energy, my productivity, my focus, so I can invest them on my future, on my work. Because no one is responsible of my future. No one is going to do the work for me. No one is going to make progress for me. No one will ask about me. No one will knock my door and ask me if I need help. So how do I let other people distract me? How do I let other people's agenda prevent me from moving forward, from making progress? So I respect all people around me. I respect their phone call. I respect their message, their SMS. I respect my friends, all the people in my circle. But I need to be honest. I can't lie to myself. I can't go out, meet them during the weekend and talk to them about my goals, about my dreams, about my accomplishments. If I'm not doing the work, if I'm not laser focused, I can't lie to them. You see, I used to lie to my friends. I used to lie to people in my circle. I used to tell them I'm making progress and I wasn't making progress. I used to tell them I have goals, I have dreams, but I wasn't acting on them. I wasn't taking actions. I used to lie to them what I want to accomplish, what I want to achieve, about the vision of my future, but I wasn't doing any work for that. So I kept lying to other people. But I learned a lesson from it. I learned that I need to be honest. If I'm honest with myself during the week, if I'm making sure that I am doing the work, I am getting things done, I'm working hard, I'm protecting my calendar, my time management, my focus, my productivity, my energy, that means I am being honest with myself. I am being real with myself. Because your brain doesn't accept just talking. Your brain accepts actions, acting. So I am acting now. When I design my entrepreneurial lifestyle, I am doing the work. I am showing up for my goals, for my dreams, for my work, for my business. I am acting. I'm not just talking. I'm not just sharing my goals, my dreams, my vision of my future with others. I'm being honest with myself, and I am being honest with others as well. So you can't find me during the week. I am unavailable. I am laser focused. I am fully productive, fully present during the week. I am not working like average employee. I'm I'm working for my dreams, for my future, for my goals. And I am making sure that I am moving forward. I am making progress. I'm breaking through every day, every week. So we can't let other people's agenda, we can't let distractions, we can't let other entertainment activities, events prevent us from moving forward, prevent us from completing those tasks, those projects during the week. So your week should be like a war. You are in a war. You're working, you're getting closer, you're putting so much work, you're working hard, you're investing your time, your energy, your effort during the week, and you're constantly reflecting whether you're moving forward, whether you're getting closer, whether you're getting better, whether you're improving, or if you're getting worse, or if whether you are letting distractions steal your time, steal your energy. So during the week I am in a war. During the week I am in a process. During the week I am working hard on my future. But during the weekend, mostly on Sunday, this is where I moved all entertainment, all enjoyable activities, events, visiting friends, going to the church, calling somebody, talk to my friends, visiting them, watching football or sport. I have moved all of these outside of my work, all the things outside my work, outside my goals, my dreams, to the weekend. On Sunday, I relax, I rest, I go out. Sometimes I help people who have cancer, or they have a disease, or they are handicapped, or they are old, they are unable to work or to get things done. I go out, I help them, I serve them, I do kindness to them. I help the gymnastics sport club. I help kids with their gymnastic training. I serve them. I share my love, my care to others. This is where I sometimes I take a long walk and I call a friend. I talk to him. I talk to them. I talk to them sometimes for hours. I spend so much time enjoying talking to them, listening to them. I call my family. I talk to my family. I check with their health. I check with their life. Sometimes I attend a special event or activity. So during the week, it's booked, it's scheduled for my future, for my goals, for my dreams. So 5 to 6 days during the week, these are my work days. I am in a war. I'm not available. I'm not distracted with any social media or playing video games or TV or anything else. These days are my days. These are belong to my future. I can't donate them. I can't give them away to other people. I can't let distractions steal those days from my heart. Those 5 to 6 days, they belong to my heart. They belong to my soul. Those 5, 6 days, they belong to my future. So I need to take care of those 5, 6 days. I need to make sure that I protect them. I care about them. I make sure that I am producing a good work. I am delivering good quality work in those 5 to 6 days. And I make sure that my focus is remaining on what is important, not on what is unimportant. I'm not focusing about other people's life. I'm not focusing on the past. I'm not focusing on distractions. I'm not focusing on other people's problems, issues, family issues, or relationships. I am focused on myself. I am focused on my future. I'm focused on my goals, on my dreams. Because how the hell would I accomplish those goals or make those dreams come true if those 5 days passes by with distractions, or being donated to others, or going out and be kind or be nice or helping others? Those dreams, those goals depend on those 5 to 6 days. These 5 6 days are scheduled in my calendar. They are protected, they are cared, and they are invested for my future, not invested for other people's futures or other people's dreams. So as an entrepreneur, it's super important for me to design my entrepreneurial lifestyle so I don't feel stuck, so I don't feel stagnation, so I don't complain, I don't blame, I don't look at other people's negatively, because I remember one of the mistakes that I made is during my week, I used to say yes to some of my friends, and I should have said no. I went out and helped them, served them, get things done for them, and I got distracted. I skipped hard work, and then I paid the price. So next year, I looked at my life, no change, no improvement, no results, no outcome, no goals, no progress. It's same life, waking up in the morning, I am the same person, same house, same work, same lifestyle. It's because of my mistakes. Had I protected my time, my focus, had I learned to say no, I wouldn't be like this. I would end up in a different place in my life. I would end up in a different level in my entrepreneurship journey. So please make sure that you protect those 5 6 days. Make sure that you design your entrepreneurial lifestyle. When you design your entrepreneurial lifestyle, you move forward, you make progress, and you break through in your entrepreneurial journey, and you maintain a work-life balance where you are spending too much time on working and you're spending time, a certain time, with your family, with your friends, with your relationships. I'm not saying give up your friends. I'm not saying don't ever meet them. I'm not saying don't ever watch TV or Netflix or play video game. But those 5 to 6 days are for your business, are for your goals, are for your dreams. So if you want to play video game, although I'm not a fan of this, if you want to watch TV, if you want to visit friends, if you want to go to the church, so do it during the weekend. Move all your entertainment activities, relaxing, resting to the weekend, and specify or set the week 5 to 6 days for your work, for your dreams, because your dreams, your goals, they need those 5 to 6 days. Your vision of your future, they requires those 5 to 6 days. Those 5 6 days, if they are added up during the month, during the year, imagine how much progress you make. If they compound those 5 to 6 days every year, imagine how much you can accomplish, how much progress you can make. So many people, they do the opposite. They donate their time, they're distracted, they're avoiding hard work during the week, and they can't enjoy their life during the weekend. They can't take break, they can't rest, they can't visit friends, they can't go to the church, they can't attend any activity during the weekend because so much work is left over, so many projects, tasks are stacked, and they get burnout because they are working during the week and they are working in the weekend. So there is no day for resting, for rejuvenating new energy, for relaxing, for visiting friends. That's why they feel burned out, they feel tired, stressed, exhausted. But when you design your entrepreneurial lifestyle, you enjoy the experience, you feel happy, you feel excited, you feel enthusiastic, making progress and enjoying your relationships. So that's it. That's what I got for you in this episode. I hope you learned something new from this episode, and I hope that you're going to start designing your entrepreneurial lifestyle so you can enjoy your entrepreneurship journey, enjoy making progress, enjoy getting work done, enjoy meeting up with your friends, enjoy your relationships, enjoy your entertainment activities, and enjoy a healthy and successful and progress entrepreneurial life. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and I can't wait to publish the next episode. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.